Otherwise known as the match sprint, the sprint pits two riders against each other, covering 3 laps of the track where the last 200 metres is timed, and it's simply the first person across the line that wins. Before the head-to-head element, the riders will face a 200-metre individual time trial to determine who will go through to the knockout phase, with the fastest 16 riders going through. And then from the 16th final onwards, the riders will face off against each other until there's 2 riders left in the final. And there'll also be a ride-off for the bronze medal position as well. 3 laps of the 250-metre track are covered during each event, but the first couple of laps are normally a very steady, slow, cat and mouse and tactical affair, as each rider tries to outwit and outmaneuver their opponent in order to get into the ideal position before launching their sprint. Now this is where we often see the art of the track stand practice, where riders come to a complete halt on the track in an effort to force their opponent in front. The pace then builds before exploding in the last 200 metres with speeds of around 70 kilometres an hour often registered. And it's often a last desperate throw of the bike that takes the victory. Tactics as well as raw physical strength are key to success in the sprint, and this is why we see the pace so slow in the opening couple of laps, because unless you can take the element of surprise, you risk wasting valuable energy. A really important rule to note in the sprint is that of possession under the sprinter's line. Now this red line here, that is called the sprinter's line, and should a rider position themselves just on the inside of that line in the last 200 metres of the race, their opponent is not allowed to come up the inside, because if they try to do so and they make contact, they risk being disqualified. Now getting in this good position actually forces the rider's opponent to take the longer line around the outside, and that's why we see so much competition and so much jockeying for position early in the race. Now in relation to the competition itself, Meares of Australia and Jason Kenny of Great Britain are both in Rio to defend their respective sprint titles. Now, if you want a little bit more sprint action from an Olympic velodrome with an Olympic champion, none other than Chris Hoy, in action with me, Dan and Simon, how about clicking just down here? And for our latest GCN show, how about clicking just down here? And to subscribe to GCN, it is absolutely free. Click on the globe with little cyclists riding on top of it.